Yeah, schoolboy error. Somebody forgot to clean up the paints, and I've left them, and now my board looks like this. Brilliant. Great start to the day. So good morning. I'm here in Instow today, next to the cricket pitch. What am I sort of skirt around the edge of it actually and have a look and see what I can see on the other side of the pitch. I'm looking for something today, another nice composition, another picture to paint. So let's see what we can find. So I'm looking out over the far side of the cricket pitch here. There's the sand dunes on the other side. They look quite interesting. I think I'm going to head over there and see what I can see from the opposite side, and then see if I think there's a place where I can sort of set up for today there and have a look for a composition. I quite like the wall as well at the front there running down. So who knows? I might even see if I can incorporate that. Let's go and have a look. Looking down there, that's heading down towards Bideford. You can see the big bridge there from the Barnstable to Bideford Link Road. Then the shipyard, and then it brings you round to Appledore. Now, if we take a look over there, it's a fair way off in the distance, but the lifeboat out there, that's pretty much where, just around that corner, that's where I was pitched up in a recent painting session, just around the corner there at Appledore. And it kind of opens up there, so this is obviously the estuary, it links there. This is the River Torridge coming down this way, and over this side coming down from Barnstable is the River Tor, and then they meet up and then they head out to sea. Saunton Sands Hotel in the distance, down from Braunton down towards Chivenor on into Barnstable. Yeah, so we're sort of sat out here at the moment at Instow. So this is a bit more interesting, the swoop round here. It's quite nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to, I think I'm going to keep walking for a little bit further up around the, looks like it's sort of breaking into sand dunes up here, so we'll go and have a look. If I'm not back in 2 hours, can you send a search party? So I'm thinking I'm going to settle here and have a look at something around this point. So I'm going to sort of walk around a little bit looking at the composition now. I'm going to get out my viewfinder, my composition little cardboard rectangular viewfinder, and see if I can see a composition that I like. But I'm sort of thinking I might just sort of pitch up here. It's still on the path. People will be walking past, but it's not quite that bad. So we'll see. I'll have a look. So I have a plan. Here it is. I'm going to sort of pick out this area here. It's got a little bit of tree in it, a bit of green. The path coming towards me. I think this could be. I think this will be okay. I've situated myself in a place where people aren't going to be walking around past me too closely as well, so that's sort of I'm out the way a little. I'll still walk past, but they'd have to actually make an effort to come over, so you know, I feel a little bit more comfortable about that. Yeah, I think I've had a go at sketching it. I'll get out in a second, and then I think we'll just get the easel out and we'll put some paint down. On a bit of a slope here. We'll see what that does. It might impact it. It might make it difficult. It might not. We'll have to wait and see, I think. But I'm going to give it a go. A bit windy, so probably the sound quality is not great. But yeah, let's give it a go. See how we get on. So it's the usual setup at the back. Got my paint brush cleaner. Got my little tub with a sponge in with a bit of thinner in it there. Zest it. I've got my coconut tub here for putting in my brushes. Got a bin bag through the middle there so I can put all my rubbish in. I have, of course, don't go anywhere without loo roll. I can wipe my brushes, and then we'll have a look at the paints in the front. Okay, so here are my paints. I've got titanium white, ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, burnt sienna, yellow ochre, viridian green, alizarin crimson, sap green, and cadmium lemon. So those are my colours. Let's get the canvas on. So the canvas panel that I'm using is a Arteza 8" by 10 canvas panel, 100% cotton, 8 ounce primed, blah blah blah, very nice. Yeah, so that's the canvas that I'm using. I have to be honest, I find these small canvases really challenging. I'm used to working on bigger spaces, and yeah, this is a challenge for me, but I'm sort of enjoying it, and the oils as well, trying to understand what's going on with those. So it is a process, one that I don't feel like I'm winning at the moment, but I'm going to keep persevering with it because I'm enjoying it. Now don't laugh, but I've put a sketch together. Here it is. This is what I'm looking at. Believe it or not, it looks good, doesn't it? And I've looked at the basic shapes that I'm going to be looking at, and thinking about the different lighting in different areas. So we've got the foreground, which will be lighter as it's flatter. The trees in the middle will be darker, and the hedgerows there, and then slightly lighter. Rather than in the background there, rather than the foreground, not as light as the foreground, a little bit bluer perhaps, and then of course the light sky. But I'm not going to put a great deal of sky in there today. I'm going to leave that pretty much to the top third, and then just work my way down the painting into this into the foreground. That's the plan anyway. Okay, there we go. So far, just very quickly put it in today. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to think about those trees a little bit. I'm going to bring those in over there. That's sort of going to sort of break the landscape up a bit. I'm not going to worry about those electric pylons, I don't think, in the back there. I'm going to leave them alone. Now I'm just going to try and bring those trees out a little bit. This could be tricky. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have a go. I think a smaller brush will be needed. So there we go. So far, so good. I think it's okay. I'm sort of firing it out, really. Yeah, I think it's time for a coffee. Actually, yeah, it's coffee time. So time is getting away from me a little bit. I spent quite a long time walking around wondering what I was going to do, so I've sort of put myself in a bit of a I've got a bit of time, but you know, a bit of a hurried state, but it's coming along okay. I'm trying to sort of lighten up the front and then maybe just put a little bit of shade in there, in and around the grasses, and then look again at the, and then bring the sky in and in and around the clouds there, and we'll see what it looks like, I think. But again, what I've tried to do is have a different sort of slight different tone going on in the back. It's a little bit darker than it is at the foreground, and then this central area is quite dark with the trees pushing up through, and where there is the wall and a bit of shade there, that is a little bit darker, and the hedge, which I've kind of lost a little bit, so I might bring that back a little, bring that back in a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. That's what it looks like. That's what I've done, you know. There it is. Geesh, I don't know. I mean, I was doing all right, and now it's starting to go a bit pear-shaped again, and I'm like, what am I doing? And you know, it kind of, it's difficult. Yeah. Well, so what I'm going to do, I'm just push that grass across at the front of the path a little. I think I need to just define the path slightly more there, in this area here. And then, yeah, I'm gonna drop the sky in, I think, and see how I feel about it after that. Okay, so there we go. That's my effort for today. The sky was quite tricky actually, because it got a little bit, it wasn't quite so clean. It wasn't quite so easy to keep the sky clean. Work on that, and then I've sort of done what I thought I could do. Now I guess that side's a bit of a mess. It's all a bit mushy again still, but I just kind of needed to get out, needed to have a go, needed to sort of put something down, and then, you know, I just keep working at it. And so this is what, my fourth picture, and again I just keep chipping away, and hopefully things will start to click for me at some point. I'm reading books and different bits and pieces as well, trying to get some tips and pointers, so I'll just keep working at it. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it there. It's time to pack up and head home for today. So canvas can go in the box, slide it in. Go. Got a band as well, just to keep it a little bit tighter. Goes on there, and the lid down. That's in place. So, lesson learned on my board, if I don't clean up the paint, the sort of the areas that I'm not going to be using again, they're a lot harder to clean later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in and amongst it here and just wipe those areas down so that I'm not having to scrub the things later. I can leave the paint that I'm not that's still there, because I can pick that up and use that again if I'm coming out again quite soon. So that's not a problem. But I think cleaning up around them isn't such a bad idea. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps to have it a bit cleaner, I think. Thing is, I was thinking about this. It's basically painting is a discipline, isn't it? And I don't have a great deal of discipline when it comes to things like this bit cleaning up. So I really need to sort that out. So that'll be okay till I get back. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this or any of my other videos, there are a number of ways you can support me in the future. Like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And now you can even donate on my Buy Me a Coffee page. As you can see from my new videos, I love coffee. But your donation will do more than just keep me full of caffeine. Every donation will go straight into buying new art materials for future projects, so your help will be truly appreciated. It's easy to use. Simply follow the link and you can donate as little as £2 to help out. Feel free to leave a comment, and there's even a link to my website. Your support really does go a long way to helping me to create more art in the future. Thanks.